tell us, how did you get in $61,000 worth of debt, and how did you get out?
Mm-hmm. Well, when my husband and I got married, it was a lot of his student loans. My parents helped me out with undergrad. I had a lot of grants for grad school. But as we were newly married, we kind of cash flowed the rest of my grad school, and then we had to tackle this monster, so it was some credit card, a little bit of a car, but mostly just, school loans, which is a common problem that a lot of people are facing these days,
Absolutely.
unfortunately. So, we just, powered through it right away when we got started, because it felt like it stood in the way of a lot of things. It felt like it stood in the way of getting a house. And for me, I wasn't sure what my business would shape up to be. I kind of thought, I'll do consulting on the side or something, but I didn't feel like I could, because we didn't have enough wiggle room. So we just, figured out a plan, which ended up being Dave Ramsey's plan, and, shot ahead.
Well, I cannot even imagine what it would feel like to be young and have $61,000 worth of debt on your shoulders. So we want to hear more about that in a minute. I know that when I started my business in 2008, and for those of you that don't know me, I had $20,000 worth of debt, business debt. When I started my business has grown to a multi-million-dollar business, and it's grown to a multinational business. I had 7 countries that I had distributorships in, and we were able to pay off that business debt in 1 year. And in personal life, I know that I bought a car 1 year and had a big loan on that, and I paid that off in 1 year. I'm very much against debt, and so I'm a huge fan of what Julienne has been able to do. And Julienne, tell us some of the steps that you took to be able in 3 years. So that's an average of $20,000+ a year that you whacked out. And of course that had interest growing. What are some steps that you took?
Well, work all the time is probably number one, right? We took on a lot of side gigs as much as we could do. Luckily, my husband is a musician. He's a music teacher. So, every wedding anybody ever called, right? So just make yourself available to how you can earn extra cash. Because then you have more to play with. There's kind of 2 schools of thought, right? One, you order your debt by interest rate, highest interest rate, and you pay that off first.
Yes.
We did not do that. So Dave Ramsey's plan is different in that you organize your debts by balance, smallest to largest, and then you knock off the little ones. So you start to get some traction where you see stuff starting to fall away. So we had little Sally Mae, little Sears or whatever, and you get those little ones out of the way, and then what he calls is the debt snowball. You take all of that cash that's been freed up and you roll it onto the next one, and then you roll it onto the next one. So when we got down to the end, we had the biggest student loan left, was $27,000 or something, this giant monster. And it feels tough when you get to the end, but you had all of these wins previously that keep you rolling ahead. So that's how we did it in a nutshell.